Okay, hello. So, welcome to week 3. This is my favorite week. This is my favorite subject. So, you're going to dive in. The nation's founding, and what a great week to study it. It's the 250th anniversary this Saturday of the 4th of July, the Declaration of Independence. Okay, so this week you're going to read chapter 5 and chapter 6 in the text. Then you're diving into the assignment. So I have linked the Declaration of Independence. I have linked Frederick Douglass's speech, What to a Slave is the 4th of July. I have linked the Articles of Confederation. What are those? So when we formed our new country, we had to have a document to govern it. You have to have rules, right? And so the Articles of Confederation were our first national governing document. They created a weak central government, and it was a disaster. Strong states did whatever the heck they wanted. Weak states were in a mess. It was a disaster. So also, there's a question in the assignment. Under the Articles of Confederation, we create the United States of America. There was a president, the first president of the United States of America, not George Washington. Who was the first president under the Articles of Confederation? Do some internet research, find out. It's out there. Okay, then I've also linked the Northwest Ordinance. I did that because it came into effect in July of 1787. What else was going on in July of 1787? Well, starting in May of 1787, this group of delegates met in Philadelphia, and they stayed there until they hammered out the new Constitution of the United States. They went there under the guise of revising the Articles of Confederation. They showed up though, and these were men who obviously, they're not perfect. I don't know if you know this. None of us are perfect. Nobody. So they showed up there and they weren't perfect, but what they were was personally responsible. And they said, what we created is a disaster. It doesn't work. We're going to create something new. That takes humility. It's hard to admit, hey, I made a mistake. I'm going to fix it. That takes humility. But that's really a key component of how you get onto the road to success. It's a great example to us. So from May to September 1787, they're sweating it out in Philadelphia, hammering through the new document that would become the Constitution of the United States of America. So in July of 1787, we have this Northwest Ordinance, and it is going to be the governing document for new lands access that we, gained to the West. So I want you to study it. It's important. Read it. All of these documents, every primary source document that I have linked, they are short. When you come to words that you don't know what they mean, get a dictionary or look them up online. It doesn't do us any good to read something and not understand what it means. So use your dictionary. Okay, the Northwest Ordinance. Then the Constitution. The Constitution is short. It's nothing like you're imagining. Then I have a letter from March of 1776. Abigail Adams was the wife of John Adams. He was our second president under the Constitution. George Washington is our first president under the Constitution. John Adams is our second. In March, and Abigail Adams was brilliant and hardworking. She was at home running their farm. John Adams, I think, could be the great statesman that he was because he did not have to worry that at home was falling apart. He had full confidence, and it was well placed in his wife that she would take care of things, and she did. She was awesome. So in March of 1776, she writes a letter to her husband, and she asks him to remember the ladies in the new code of laws because she didn't know. It's not this 24-hour news cycle then, right? So she had to wait for letters. So in the letter, she says, I long to hear that you have declared an independency. Obviously, we don't declare independence until July 4th. And she asked him to remember the ladies. And so I ask you to read her letter and then the text of the 19th Amendment. It's just a couple of sentences. And do a little math. How long did it take for what she asked to come into being? Her husband did not listen to her. That will not shock anyone who's married. All right, so then I have a list of questions regarding each of these documents that I have linked. And I have some hints about answers. And then also I ask for your opinion. This is a big assignment, but it is important. You are citizens of this country. You must know the governing documents. If you don't, how can you be an effective citizen of the country? You can't. So let's be effective citizens of our country, and let's learn what these documents mean, and what a time to do it. All right, if you have questions, let me know. Have a great week and enjoy. This is my most favorite part of history. I love it so much that part of my doctoral dissertation covers just a little blurb in the preamble. One of the preamble of the Constitution lays out the 6 aims of the Constitution, one of which is to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. That's the subject of my doctoral dissertation. It's my favorite part of history. All right, have a great week and happy 4th of July on Saturday.